to 9, it's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the jet, yeah, shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big 4, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Bring it back to turn Matthew to the house, baby.
I got it.
It's Tingle and Co. From
Bang,
7 to 9.
biscuit.
Come kick with the
Party
show.
box,
It's a
live.
new era.
All right.
Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9.
We're absolutely
It's
live,
Tingle and Co.
rocking and rolling here on Tingle and Co. from the Party Box.
Live from the Party
in living
Box.
color.
In Omaha.
In Omaha.
Omaha!
Let us know how the sound works. I tend to fuck that up from now and again. But we got to hear it rolling,
Well, we're
boys.
live.
We're live.
Me, Lloyd, Christian, in the Party Box, live from Omaha, getting ready for some LSU baseball tonight. Appreciate all the love that y'all have shown to the content we've been trying to crank out last couple of days. It was a long day yesterday on the road trying to get that video to upload, upload, the whole deal. But we appreciate you guys tuning in here as LSU and Arkansas face off tonight in Omaha in the College World Series. Game 4 of the College World Series so far. Game 1 for LSU getting it started. The road to number 8. Lloyd, Christian, how we feeling?
Excellent.
Great.
Confident?
Confident.
I think so.
Excited?
Excited. Not fighting.
But it was a good road trip up here. On Thursday, we got it started. We slept in enemy territory, caught some shut-eye, got rolling back yesterday after a few hiccups here in the Party Box. Made it happen. Got here to Omaha. Tried to get Christian into Rocco's last night. Didn't happen.
Did not work.
Christian got rejected at the door.
He did, and he got rejected at the casino when he tried to go use the bathroom.
He
And they're
did.
like, nope.
Too young.
So we went to
Nephew
the.
Christian.
Well, yeah,
So
we
Lloyd
held hands.
Lloyd hit the
Stall.
Rocco's. I babysat Christian last night. How was it, Lloyd?
Rocco's was
Atmosphere?
elite. LSU fans by the dozen, and by the dozen, I mean buying Jello shots by the dozen. I believe there was a Gordon McKernan. If you saw Will Helmers lurking around Rocco's and saw the content he was putting out, I got tapped in as Will Helmers did as a reliever to come. He's like, hey, I need somebody to shoot a video, and I was like, I've done that before. So popped in, got a little video rolling. I did the classic trick because I know he's kind of new to media, so I did. Oh no, I wasn't recording. Then he's like, are you? I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And so he got some content out. I believe that those Jello shots will be rolling throughout the weekend. As long as LSU is in Omaha, which we expected is an extended stay.
Yes.
Rocco's is probably going to be the spot to be. But if you're not there, find the Party Box because we are packed to the gills with anything that you need, courtesy of Tom Granning and Go
Yes,
Mart.
Go Mart. Wardo's.
Oh.
Made the stop in Natchez, Mississippi on
Phenomenal.
our way up here. It's the stop of a lifetime. So if you're coming up
No
to
matter
Omaha,
what life you've lived, stop of a lifetime.
stop of a lifetime. If you're coming up to Omaha for the championship series or any time from Baton Rouge, stop in Natchez, Mississippi. Hit the Go Mart,
You
gas
really
up your
can't
car.
miss it. It's
You
right.
can't.
It's on the road. Now you have
And
to
then-
pass by it.
Go admire the beautiful Natchez Bluff.
Mm.
And hit Wardo's, get a po' boy.
It was
Delicious.
so beautiful, my mic cut out. It killed the
It did.
power to
Killed
my
the power
microphone.
to the mic, and
A picture's worth 1,000 words.
And we enjoyed the po' boys for sure. The Junkin', the New Orleans style barbecue, the Turkey Tom,
Turkey Tom.
delicious. Shout out to Tom Granning, taking care of us as we're live here from the Party Box, brought to you by Go Mart and Wardo's. You see our other sponsors down there at the bottom. Matthew Conkle, I love the new studio. It's the Party Box. It's the best in the world.
Party Box.
Shout out to the Party
A
Box
lot of
crew
things
getting
have-
us up here.
Yeah, a lot of content's been filmed on the couch. If that's what you're looking for, that's a different website. But it's just the Party Box, boys.
Disgusting.
Multiple websites.
There he is. It's a
There
word.
it is, Christian. LSU versus
Christian's
Arkansas
locked
tonight.
in, I'm telling you.
Everybody in the
Look what
chat.
you did to me last night.
Look what you did
Yeah.
to me.
What?
Yeah, oh, he's
Put a
got
scar on me.
Oh,
He's got a
good.
scar. I got the taped up finger. Buddy tape.
Buddy tape.
We're falling apart, obviously. Physically, we were falling apart. But
Mentally, we're sharp.
LSU versus Arkansas tonight, 6 p.m. We're feeling good, feeling confident. If you didn't see our little video we put out yesterday, a little preview as we perused through the neighborhood in Bentonville, Arkansas, did a little walk and talk. Christian, great work on the microphone.
Thank you.
On the camera.
On the camera.
Me and Lloyd on the microphone, obviously.
Noah, great work
Gibble.
on the microphone.
Thank you much. Lloyd, great work on the microphone.
Thank you,
But
sir.
Christian was walking backwards with the camera in the gimbal. Did a great job.
The Gibble.
But exciting. LSU versus Arkansas tonight. Get it started at 6 p.m. here in Omaha, Charles Schwab Field, a.k.a. Lloyd?
The Chuck!
The Chuck.
Which I love. I saw it on LSU Baseball Twitter. I was like, of course, if you're from Louisiana, just a nickname comes naturally. And the Chuck sounds way cooler than Charles Schwab Field. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to
like
talk
the
about a
Chuck.
Roth IRA when I'm here. I want to talk about the Chuck.
The Chuck.
And we have it here, boys. You saw LSU, obviously, taking some BP. You saw the games yesterday. Electric.
Great games.
Coastal out there fighting.
7-4.
What a game. And the electricity just driving by the Chuck
You could feel it.
yesterday. You
Oh,
could
yeah.
if there was like a little, it was almost like a spirit in the sky. You could feel a little bit of something extra there when you're like, whoa, that's it. I can only imagine playing. And I'm sure the boys felt the same thing. Whenever you see it, you're like, whoa, it feels like hollowed ground almost. So
It's nice. Yeah,
unbelievable
While
atmosphere.
while you were in Rocco's, and I was watching Christian,
Yep.
we took a roll around town, a stroll around Omaha. We
Beautiful
saw the
town.
sights to be seen. It is beautiful. And we went and popped a squat, sat outside Charles Schwab.
We got a little
outside
merch.
The Chuck. We did get a little merch. Got a little College World Series merch. Me and Lloyd popped a squat outside the Chuck, listened, and we heard the Oregon State walk-off before we watched.
Yes, we were
the
like,
Oregon
something
State
happened.
walk-off.
Yeah.
Something's going on. And then we saw about 2 minutes later on the phone, a little walk-off. So the electricity is in the air. We know it's feeling good. Flooded with purple and gold when you're walking around. Here in the RV park that we're in, there's a few Hog fans, a few Razorback
Good bit,
fans,
actually.
but you can see there's a yellow punch buggy with "Go" on the window.
Yeah.
Punch back, you do a punch back.
Christian already got me too.
Oh.
I did.
And then there's an
Safety.
RV next to us that's got a little Mike the Tiger in the front. We've got some LSU fans out here. Omaha is packed to the gills with purple and gold. John Eads in the chat. John, how are we doing?
John, how
Christian.
are we doing?
I heard you shut down Rocco's.
I did not get into Rocco's,
did
actually.
not.
It's 21 plus, so.
Like Randy Jones says, nephew Christian is a lover and not a fighter.
Not a fighter. None of us are fighters, brother. Now,
No.
I have said some choice words to some people and seen something happen, but the only person we really fight is Christian. Undefeated.
Yeah.
Well, except your fingers. Noah has broken one finger and dislocated another, all
I
in
did
the
pop a
name of
pinky out.
I think I know
fighting
myself.
Christian.
I think I know myself well enough to not get into any fights. I feel like I'm a bit undersized.
Yeah, me and,
Saber on Christian too young to get into the curb.
yeah, me
We're
and
trying
Christian,
to get a scheme going.
me and Christian were doing little pass sets yesterday. Caught him with my pinky, and that bad boy just popped right out of the socket.
And he popped it right back in.
And
I
I
have
just
it on
looked at it, I
video.
was like, oh, shoot. And I just popped it right back, like freaked out.
He
I
had-
wish I would have turned around and showed y'all.
That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
When I freaked out and popped it right back in the socket.
He had the Brian Baldinger pinky. It was pointed
It was
absolutely
pointed
to the
side.
east.
It was crazy.
And he was like, hold on. And then
Heart skipped a beat.
Yep.
Well, it was feeling kind of fuzzy, you know, like when your foot falls asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I could
It's
feel
a
the
nice
pain and it
tingle.
felt
That's a
fuzzy.
tingle.
And I was a Tingle and Co. It was feeling fuzzy, and so I was
It's
like,
tingling.
what's wrong with it?
Tingle.
And I looked at it, and it was just sideways. And my heart, stopped. It was unbelievable. Like, I was like, oh, God. Because I jammed this pinky day one. We were attacking Christian. I just jammed it. And so this one's, it's fine. But this one, popped it right out of socket. We got it duct taped up. Buddy tape.
We were in Cobart, and Noah looked at me and goes, do you think my finger's broken? I was like,
I was
absolutely.
like, I think I broke my
We
finger.
turned and looked into everybody that's with us who thinks we're absolutely the worst people of all time. They're like,
Who?
they don't stop. The people we're with,
Oh, yeah,
they're like
yeah,
real
yeah.
adults.
Yeah.
And we're like trying to run this podcast, do our thing. If they'd have seen us set this up, they'd be like, oh, they do have a functioning brain
Yes,
and body.
yes.
But it has been like nonstop on our end of just rabble rousing, and they're like on the phone, like, did you close the account? Have you liquidated the assets? And we're like, what are they talking about?
Like, LSU and Arkansas play tomorrow night, right?
Safety doorknob.
Oh, my pinky.
But yeah.
But John Eads, glad y'all made up. Pop out soon. Let you know. We will let you know, John. We will have you.
We have one more microphone for you, Bub.
Yeah, we'll see what we can make happen tomorrow. Little
Absolutely.
recap. But like we've said, LSU versus Arkansas tonight. The vibes are high in Omaha, walking around the city. Like we said, me and Christian took a stroll around the whole city yesterday, talked to some strangers that were from out of town, talked to some people that were from town.
Tried Christian mingling.
Christian tried to mingle a little bit, didn't
Didn't
work.
really work too well.
Give him the rundown, just a little quick rundown of how that happened.
Yeah, so there was this Louisville fan, girl my age, I would assume, sitting right outside the stadium by herself. And
Oh.
I approached her. I said,
I
"You're a
got two
Louisville
Well, it
tickets.
took a
fan?"
while for you to get there.
Yeah, she was pretty. It's hard to get over that initial hump. Made conversation with her. She told me she had a boyfriend. I told her I was going to stop trying. Told her she was pretty and went on about my day.
Did you get her snap?
Nope.
I didn't even try.
The second she said boyfriend, he said, all right.
Sounds good.
But
That is the. I mean, I'd imagine.
hopefully
that's the move.
that won't be a sign of what's to come
we'll try again.
as the Tigers take on the Hogs tonight.
Hey, watch this. Everybody else fall off the game. You just stay in the fight.
I got to
should've
get hot
said-
in Omaha. I got to get hot in
You
Omaha,
should have
right?
been like, hey, Louisville just lost. Sorry, man.
Yeah, you want to get with a winner?
Yeah, watch I got my ring
Your
on.
boyfriend went 0 for 4.
Yeah.
I just watched it.
Yeah.
Get with a real guy.
He was pitching.
Come to the merch tent
Yeah,
with me.
Matthew Conkle, good point. Did you tell her that Kay Adams liked your tweet?
That's true.
I should have
That
told
would
her
have been a
that.
good play.
I don't even need you. I've
Would have
got
been a
K.
strong play. But LSU versus
I
Arkansas
have a
tonight.
boyfriend. I have a girlfriend.
So what?
yes.
Yeah, cool.
Well, no, like,
We're in Omaha.
When people can't talk anymore,
We're just
just
trying to
having
be
a
friends.
conversation.
Oh, guys
you
and
look
girls can't be
sad.
friends?
Yeah.
LSU, the number 6 national seed. Arkansas, the number 3 national seed. The game will be televised on ESPN tonight. We will be in the Chuck watching the Tigers take on the Hogs. As LSU obviously played them earlier in the year, LSU takes 2 out of 3 against Arkansas. The first 2, game 1 and game 2, in the midnight comeback against Arkansas in game 1. They walk it off with an Ethan Fry sack fly that somehow Jared Jones scored on, shut off the wheels. And then in game 2, LSU 10-run rules the Hogs with Anthony Ianson on the bump before Arkansas wins game 3, 7-4 last month. So, obviously, you saw the announcement. Arkansas going with their guy en route. LSU going with one of their 2 aces. And Anderson tonight, it'll be ace versus ace, just like it was in Alec Box when the Hogs and the Tigers faced off the first time.
And remind me of what happened in that.
I believe
Ethan Fry walk-off, huh?
I believe there's an Ethan Fry walk-off that Jared Jones scored at the end of that baseball game.
The slowest slide of all time.
It was great. It was electric. It worked. What was it, 5-4 final score?
I don't think Ethan Fry's left the lineup since then.
No, I mean, and he's been unbelievable since then. And we talked about it a little bit in our walk and talk preview that we did yesterday when we discussed this matchup tonight. Obviously, a lot to be discussed about the pitching. Obviously, they go with the aces on both sides, Root, Anderson. I did see a question put out by our guy Inside LSU Baseball on Twitter asking about
Yes.
Anthony Ianson. He's obviously been used out of the pen 2 times as of late. You saw it to win against Texas A&M in the SEC tournament, and then in the final game against Little Rock, he closes that one out. And he posed the question if you would see potentially Anthony Ianson used to close it out tonight out of the pen. I do not think that's in the cards. You're going to keep your second ace for game 2, whatever it is. Now, I do think there's a discussion to be had about Case and Evans, though.
Mm-hmm.
That question, in my opinion, should be posed around Case and Evans and what the decision would possibly be. If you are LSU, and we talked about this yesterday, you don't want to pitch off, you don't want to throw anything off. You're not, if you win game 1 or you lose game 1, you make this and that. No. This is the College World Series. You are in Omaha, Nebraska. You're playing in the Chuck. You're trying to leave with number 8. And you throw your guys to make that happen.
And
obviously, Cade Anderson tonight.
And that's the conversation where I understand the merit to it, right? Because you're asking everything we've said is do everything you can to win, right?
Yes.
Your job is to win game 1, and that's where you can kind of wrap your head around, well, if Anthony Ianson comes out the bullpen, you're like, okay, I'm in it to win game 1, which I get. But I feel like you have a bevy of arms that you've seen come through in moments like this. Case and Evans being the first one that comes to mind. Now Chase Shores comes to mind. Now Cooper Williams comes to mind. You've seen Jacob Myers in spots throw well. I don't think you have to go, I have 2 bullets, throw both of them.
Right.
I think if you don't trust Case and Evans in that situation to win you a baseball game, then you just don't that's not the move. Like I don't see a scenario in which I'd rather Anthony Ianson than Case and Evans late in a baseball game. If Case and Evans is fresh, go.
Yeah,
That's what he does. That's what he's done all
I
year.
agree.
And you still have Cowan. Like you've seen, I think the way it's set up, I would not burn an Anthony Ianson for however many pitches.
Well, would you burn him, or could he go
for
the next game?
I think that opens up a can of worms that you don't want to have to look at and be like, oh, if you didn't throw him yesterday, what would have happened the next day? And I understand trying to win at all costs, but I think you have the arms and the bullets to be able to do it without Anthony Einson. Correct?
Well, and it's double elimination. So
right.
You don't want to put all your cards, you don't go all in game one when there's still a game to be played regardless.
There would be no world in which if you went Kate Anderson to Kason Evans and something happens to where LSU ends up losing that baseball game that you go should have thrown Anthony Einson.
No.
Like, because then you said you have 2 games.
You
so
still
now
have
you
a
have
game
to
to
do
be
it the
played.
2023 way.
You have to win the next game
And then win the next game. But
and then keep on winning.
you're set up because of and this. It's a silly conversation because when you really think about it, but it's a good question.
Yes.
But in all honesty, like no,
No.
like absolutely not.
No, you
You
say
go Kate Anderson, whoever next, Anthony Einstein, whoever next. Like
Yeah.
keep it that way. There's no reason. But
That's
that
what-
said, if it happens, who am I?
yes.
And the question is more interesting.
Because I'm tired of the questioning of the staff of what. And Jay said it best because he's feeling himself. Once he got to Omaha, he was like, I can kind of respond to some of these things now.
Right.
And now he's going, Armchair Joe or whatever the fuck he said. And it was like, nobody wants LSU baseball to win more than Jay Johnson.
Right.
So how do you stop giving your opinions or what should happen or playing armchair quarterback at the end of a game and be like, why didn't you do this? It's like, he's been through every scenario. He knows.
He's got them all.
He's got a notebook.
planned out.
He's got a notebook.
He's got a pen and paper. That was the other question. Did Skip Bertman ever have a clipboard in the dugout? No, he had a whiskey and a cigarette. It was the 80s and the 90s. Like, it was different then. And do I appreciate that? Yes, that's how I would coach. But Jay Johnson's a different brain. It's a beautiful mind. It's Russell Crowe. He's looking at it through every different window pane that you can see, and it's a scenario in which, oh, okay, here we go here, here we go here, here we go here. Like, I can't reference enough when Chris McGee was on Mic'd Up, and he brought up the question of why he did something. And he's like, thank you for asking. And it was I did that because I knew if I put him in, he would have to put in a lefty bat. Then I double switch, and now I'm in control.
It's all mapped out.
The poor Nichols coach is up there. I'm just trying to get out of here. And it's like he just bullying him on the chessboard like, you move clock. And
Right.
it's like, I can't think this fast.
Magnus Carlsen.
Yes, he's 4 moves ahead.
What were you about to say, Christian?
Well, I was going to say, this feels like a championship game in a sense that these are the 2 highest seeded teams in the bracket.
Right.
However, no team in Omaha is a slouch. I mean, they got there for a reason. So, and I think that's why the question has a little bit more weight behind it.
Yeah.
Because Arkansas looks like the hardest team to beat right now.
And you definitely want to put them behind the 8 ball rather than getting put behind the 8. And that's where the pressure comes in. Like, as much as this is game 1, you're going to have another game to be played. This is not the championship series on paper, and I think pretty well known around the world, or around the college baseball world. This is the best matchup. These are the 2 favorites, the 2 best teams in LSU and Arkansas. And so the mindset is you want to put them behind the 8 ball rather than you get put there. So that's where the discussion comes from. But on top of that, you need to make sure you have something in your back pocket for moving forward, because it's double elimination. You can lose a game and still be okay. And I think when you look back at how it was handled in the actual regional, LSU did not pitch off. The discussion was, oh, well, you throw Newt, you throw Shores, you throw Myers, you pitch off against Little Rock, you put yourself in position. No, we're going Einstein, Little Rock. They went Anderson, game 2. Put yourself in the position where you're 2-0 in the 2-0 game. Somebody, whether it's Arkansas, whether it's UCLA,
Murray State.
whether it's Murray State, they have to beat you twice. That's where you're most comfortable if you're LSU. Win your first 2, and the way you do that is with your 2 guys. That's put you in the best position to win those first 2 games. Is where you have Anderson on the mound and then Einstein on the mound.
Because if you do play out the scenario of Einstein coming in, and then you would go to the situation of you kind of fast forwarded to game 3, where you're like Kason Evans, Chase Shores, where it's instead of stick to the script, but like I've said, but that's where you put yourself in a spot where, because I see Christian, like I see the merit in the question of how important it feels like to beat Arkansas game 1, and then it feels like you've almost won 2 games, but you haven't. It's still just 1. And like we've said, there's Stony Brook. Whenever they got to Omaha has happened.
Well,
Coastal, when they won it all.
Yes.
Like, what is it, Fresno State?
There's countless examples.
Like, a team that was like an 8 seed that went all the way through. Like, it doesn't matter who you are at this point. If you're here, everybody should be looked at the exact same way. It's not just Arkansas.
Right.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even have been in the
tournament.
Yeah. No, I mean,
and they won it.
that's where the discussion all stems from, is looking at Arkansas.
Right, you can't
and not looking at Murray
the
State
rest
and
of
UCLA.
Right, you can't
as
do
much,
that.
And I get it, because Arkansas is outside of LSU,
the favorite,
the best team in the competition, and right now they are the favorite to win the whole thing.
Right.
But Murray State's here for a reason. UCLA is here for a reason. Coastal Carolina yesterday was there for you got to look at everybody. Every single team here is an SEC caliber, Arkansas caliber, LSU caliber team.
You've heard Jay say it all year. Omaha caliber team.
Omaha caliber team. Regardless of who they've played,
well, no, it
when
was
he's
a lot
played
of
specific teams that fit the criteria that these teams fit, because these are obviously Omaha caliber teams. Now I know that because they're in Omaha,
here,
right? They've done enough to make this happen.
Now UCLA has not showed up on the Jello shot board.
No,
they're what do they call it? California sober. I guess that's what they're doing.
Something.
Yeah, they're not worried about the Jello shots.
Hit in the air, but.
As Murray State and
here.
UCLA are going to get fired up soon, game number 1
I'm excited
today.
to watch that just to see. I'm telling you, it's all going to be high-level baseball.
Stick. You saw it yesterday.
Yes.
Those were 2 high-level baseball games.
You have a walk-off and then basically a walk-off in the top of the 8th.
Right, and there was 2 national seeds included in that one.
And then you get to, just thinking back to the Coastal game, you feel like you've scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th, you get to the top of the 9th, and you feel comfortable, right? 7-4. And then immediately, was it Louisville?
That was Arizona.
Arizona. Lead-off double. And then they get another guy on, and you're starting to look like, holy shit.
Yeah, no,
that 3-run lead is just one swing away.
Well, Oregon State wins on a walk-off.
And that's what I'm saying. These games are all going to be close.
Louisville tied it up 3-3 in the top of the 9th. Oregon State stepped up, walked it off in the bottom of the 9th. These are high-level baseball games, regardless of who's in it.
How old are we right now?
How old are who?
All of us, collectively. We're going to age 10 years after.
Oh, my gosh.
Not from what we do outside of the ball game.
No, just
it's
baseball.
It's going to be baseball. It's the most strenuous, stressful watching experience you can have, because Jared Mitchell explains it best, but whatever, football, you're up the entire time. You know when to get loud, you know what to do. Baseball, it can be one thing. And
Pins and needles.
Oh. And then it can be one more thing. You're like, oh. And then it's just one swing of the bat, one pitch, one time. You're like, oh, my God. It all happens so fast, and it's so stressful. Or it's one strike. Cooper Williams comes in. And you saw the pitcher from Coastal come in last night, where it's a man on second, bringing a new guy out the pen, and you're like, oh, God, what is he going to do? Comes in and shoves. And it's just those times are going to happen. If you're stressed, it's worth it. If you're stressed, you care. If you're stressed, it's okay. Because this is all what it's about. You've played to get, that's why you see Jay smile the way he is, because at some point you have to appreciate the peak of the mountain, but you're not at the top. Here. But it's okay, we can set camp here. We get to go.
Right.
We have a home. It's all right, well, we still have somewhere else to go, but it's nice to be here. You see that kind of relief of getting to Omaha. That's probably gone at this point.
Yeah.
Now let's win the whole fucking thing.
The second they got on the bus,
after picture day,
that was done.
After you got the patch slapped on, it's go time.
The last time you saw Root versus Anderson, Cade Anderson stat lines: 5 2/3 pitched, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. He threw 109 pitches, so they got Anderson's pitch count up and got him out of the game early.
Who came in next?
Root goes 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 6 strikeouts through 91 pitches.
They pulled him early.
They did. He only goes 6. Anderson goes 5 2/3. Shores comes in, throws an inning and a third, 2 hits, 1 run, no strikeouts.
1 wild pitch.
1 wild pitch. But then Cowan came in, closed it out, 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Got the job done. Made it happen on 40 pitches.
Do you think that they look at that at all? If you're LSU, do you go back and look at, obviously you haven't seen Cowan in a minute, and when you have seen him, it hasn't been. That's probably the last time he played well.
That was this was his last good performance. This was
after, no shade toward that's not what I'm saying.
Straight up, it was after Texas A&M, which was bad, in both appearances in that series. This was
the get right. Okay, there he is.
There it is.
That's the guy I know.
South Carolina, it was not good as well, and then in the starting spot against Little Rock.
Not good.
I don't think they're necessarily looking at themselves in this situation. I think they're looking at Arkansas and Zach Root, because this is the second time they're facing Zach Root. And if you notice in the Super Regionals and the Regionals, LSU was able to put better at-bats together than what they had all season. And a big thing in the first Arkansas meeting versus Zach Root was he only had 91 pitches when he got pulled. Yeah. If LSU can elevate that pitch count, might see a different ball game from the first time.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's when LSU did all their damage. And obviously, John Eads, great point in the chat. Remember, Cade had the wrist cramp in that game. That's why he got pulled over.
Yes.
That's
how we have Eads on shadow staff.
Beautiful mind. But, yeah, you saw Root come out. He gave up only 2 runs.
I guess it'd be this one.
And they went Jimenez. The second Jimenez got in the game, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. It was quick.
John's got that JD memory.
You know what? Hey, that's WFB shot out.
How about that?
Yeah, I mean, the second you got Root out of that game, I mean, Jimenez threw one-third of an inning.
How many
and
pitches?
you scored 2 runs. He threw 23 pitches in that 1/3.
2 walks, and that's when you got to that's LSU baseball. Like some people, and we watched it at Golf Suites, whatever we had. Shout out Golf Suites also.
Yes.
Go there for
if you're not in Omaha.
If you're not in Omaha and you need a place to watch, Tiger fans aplenty. Go gather, get together, and watch it at Golf Suites because it's a great time. They got some deals. Shout out, go follow them on Instagram to see the deals of the day. I think it's something with it's like a bucket of beer. It's half off or something like that.
$12 bucket of beer?
Yeah, $12 bucket of beer.
Sounds like a lock.
What does?
Bucket of beer, baseball, golf.
That's
It's a win. That's a winning
We don't say that word
combination.
around here.
I wasn't betting on it.
Yeah, well, don't.
But when go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
When Root got pulled, they go Jimenez, and in the start of the bottom of the 7th, Hernandez strikes out. Brown pinch hits for Braswell. Brown singles. Milam gets walked. Stanfield gets walked. Bases loaded. Curiel singles through the left side. Scores Milam and Brown to tie the game at 4. Then you have a Jones strikeout and a Dickinson strikeout. So you saw the second Root got up out of that game, LSU struck. And then but like we said, for LSU, Cowan came in, closed that game out. Shores pitched well enough. But the mindset now is these 2 guys, these 2 starters, aces, and Root and Anderson are going to try to go as long as possible. I feel like that will be the mindset. So your goal is, if you're LSU, similar to what they did in the game 2 against West Virginia. What you saw was Carsonas on the mound. LSU had him at 67 pitches through 2 innings because they put together good at-bat after good at-bat after good at. Like, even if it was an out, even if it was a fly out, a ground out, a strikeout even. And I don't think there were any strikeouts. Regardless of what the outcome of the AB was, they got the pitch count up. They fouled off pitches. They made him work. That's got to be the mindset going into tonight against Root, is get that pitch count up. Because it's the most cliche thing in baseball, but it's true. Get the starter out of the game. That's your goal every single time if you're the lineup.
Don't let Root get
the
comfortable.
starter out. Do not let him get comfortable.
You see the energy he brings, too, when he gets comfortable.
Of course.
He's
You
like
saw it
William
against
Doyle.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
You saw it against Tennessee. He was fired up, man. Fired up. He brings the energy for this team. And when I was talking, like I kind of said in the video yesterday, I had a question asked to me of what's my concern going into the College World Series if I'm LSU. And my concern right now would be having a game be stolen or like losing a game with Anderson or Ianson on the mound and putting more pressure on those bullpen arms. Because I do believe, like Lloyd said, in these bullpen guys if I'm LSU. I believe in the guys they have. My concern would be losing with Anderson on the bump or Ianson on the bump and getting put behind the 8 ball without one of your 2 magic bullets to be shot. But to turn the page from the pitching conversation, the one thing that will kind of take away all the discussion on, hey, who's on the bump? Who are they going with? This, that, and the other. Are you confident with this guy out there or that guy out there? LSU averaged 14 runs a game last weekend against West Virginia. Stephen Milam is turning the corner and playing like postseason monster. The lineup 1 through 9 against West Virginia looked excellent. Put together good at-bats, drove in runs. You saw in Game 2 they didn't even need home runs to score. You have a Stephen Milam base-clearing double, 3 RBI.
But they also had 2 grand slams.
That was Game 1.
That was Game 1.
Game 2.
Yeah.
Game 2, you saw him do it without home runs.
Yeah. You saw both ways. You saw both ways.
Right.
That was the most efficient and effective performance LSU has put together in back-to-back games against
28 runs
against quality competition.
You
saw West Virginia just keep getting little brothered.
Right.
Trying to make a run at you, stiff arm. Trying to make a run at you, stiff arm. Because they did not want to go away. And LSU kept applying pressure, kept being that offense that Jay Johnson loves.
Yes.
That's the apply the pressure. Like you saw Luis Hernandez, who's he probably feels fantastic today.
Oh, my gosh.
God bless.
Got all that time off?
Probably looked like Deadpool or Wolverine. Just let me rest, or The Matrix. Pull me out the tub. Thank God I'm 100% again. Because he was battered, bruised, and still was taking bags when people weren't looking. You're not going to cover third, I'm going. And then tried to steal another bag.
Yeah.
Now he's healthy, feels probably a little bit better, not as battered and bruised as we are on the party box.
Yes.
And he was still, he hit 2 jacks.
He hit 2 jacks.
So that's been a key to your offense, and it's somebody that I don't necessarily expect anything from because of how good he is behind the plate. Whatever he provides for you offensively is lanyard, but when he is good, he's great. And when you get that, it feels like the offense goes in a little bit of a different direction. When you get Stephen Milam swinging it the way that he is, it starts going in a little bit of a different direction. I can't wait for the lineup to be posted, which I guess will be an hour from now. But we do know Kate Anderson throwing. But other than that, I can't wait to see what the mad scientists
Where's the wrinkle?
Doctored up. Yeah. Because, what would you expect if you had to pick one? Mikey hates when I ask him this. How would you do it?
Does Jay go with experience, or does he go with the hot bats?
I'm sure.
Right now the bats,
you have
some of those are
experience
both.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Omaha experience, though.
You got
Josh Pearson specifically.
Yeah, well, it's a lefty, right?
Root?
Yeah.
Is he a lefty?
I believe so.
Possibly.
I do not remember exactly. I'm pretty sure he's a. Just Warriors a righty, but maybe he is a lefty.
I don't know.
About to pull it up right here. No, he's a lefty.
Yeah,
left-handed,
so.
left-handed pitcher. Zach Root, left-handed.
I did know. I just didn't want to be
Good job. That's
overly
all right.
confident.
You could have been. We wouldn't have been mad at you.
Okay.
I'm trying to see what the lineup looked like against Root last time.
It's not. It should be right here.
It's not. That's all thrown off because of the pinch hitters. You know how Jay does it.
Well, here I can show you where they sub them in. So you go to.
So game number 1, it was Derek Curiel, Jared Jones, Daniel Dickinson, Ethan Fry, Josh Pearson, Louis Hernandez, Michael Braswell, Stephen Milam, Chris Stanfield. So it was the base lineup that had played throughout the year with Curiel, Jones, Dickinson, Fry, Pearson, Hernandez,
And now
Braswell,
you've
Milam, Stanfield.
So would you switch?
Milam's going to be the top of the order.
You think so?
Higher in the order. He's not going to be batting 8th.
I love that, dude. We talked about the 7 spot.
Right. But I think what you've seen the success from Milam the past 2 weekends has been with him elevated,
absolutely.
Against a lefty, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back with the Pearson leadoff mindset.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Of drop Curiel down again, let Pearson lead off.
Ben here's not going to, no, heart rate doesn't change.
Fry or Bear in the 2-hole.
Fry.
I agree. I would probably go.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably go Milam 3-hole.
I might bet him.
Or would you go Bear then Milam?
I'm putting Bear behind. It's Fry, Bear, Fry.
Okay, so
because you remember when Arkansas Little Rock was Glasscock was absolutely
West Virginia? Yeah. It was because he saw 6'5",
and it's
monster.
Have to be so careful and then walk and then it's God, there's nowhere to put him.
No,
that's what's
dangerous.
So dangerous. And Jay Mitch has said this all year, and he's absolutely right. But he's been waiting for somebody else to be that force, that presence that can leave at any time. And I think it was Eads that put out a tweet of Ethan Fry into the wind in batting practice, hit one 500 feet, where it's that's what scares you. You have to have that kind of presence behind Bear Jones or in front of Bear Jones. One of the two to where it's my best reference for this is David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez, where it's it's murderer's row. What you pick your poison because both of them can hurt you.
That game against West Virginia was Pearson, Fry, Jones, Milam.
Pearson, Fry, Jones, love that. Do that.
And then
that one.
5 through 9 was Hernandez, Dickinson, Curiel, Braswell, Stanfield.
Well, more of a local reference, Cruz and Tanks in the finals against Florida. Get through those guys and
Beloso at the top.
Yeah, Beloso leading it off.
But
Matthew Conkle in the chat.
That's what it is, where it's you pick your poison because I don't know who do you. Nobody takes in a bat like Cruz does. Curiel is probably the closest, but just because of the spot, the moment where you are, I'd rather see him low in the lineup or get him going. But Pearson has that ability too to take good at bats, make you work, and then he'll also.
Well, you're putting somebody up there that the heartbeat is not going to be doom, 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 doom.
Well,
it's going to be somebody that's level, calm, been here. Does it look different?
It look different.
Like, been here, done this.
And it's somebody that's not afraid. He knows he has the green light to ambush first pitch fastball, get you going.
Yes.
Curiel, probably just because of where, the moment, he's been so good all year. I'm not trying to say anything like that. I'm just saying, in Omaha, you look around, it's I probably want to take one.
Yeah.
Settle in, do the leadoff thing. We were talking with Chris, and he hit leadoff. And he was there was parts of me that were going, I need to see pitches so everybody else can see pitches. Pearson, he can do both. He will absolutely green light, swing away. If you get one, middle, go.
Yeah.
And Curiel, you haven't really seen him ambush much. It's been very good drawing out at bats that when he draws that 3-1 count, 3-2 count, fouls off 6, walks, you're like, let's go. But Pearson can do the exact same thing, but also middle, boom.
Yeah.
Single over everybody's head.
Grand slam.
Yeah, get going. And that's what, that's why I like him at the top, just in this spot today.
Yeah, no, I like that.
And then you can continue, if we see the same lineup, however many games you play, that many times, I'll hang myself on the stream.
But, let's see, in the chat, Matthew Congo said, Pearson, Fry, Milam, Dickinson, the first 4. Curiel, Jones, Hernandez, Braswell, Stanfield is what I predict.
Like that.
Sabrion asked Reeves or Brazzy. I said Braswell because it's a left-handed pitcher.
Lefty, yeah, absolutely. Been here before, also experienced.
Yes, Paul Zerang, only lineup lock would be Stanfield at 9. That's the only lock, he says.
We've seen him at 7.
He has been pushed up. I think right now you
can. Yeah, don't move too much. Do whatever you want. But I do love Stanfield at 9.
For the sake of discussion.
And Tony Gwynn.
Yes. Yeah, no, I mean, shout out.
Double leadoff.
To Stanny for winning that award yesterday. He was awarded it.
The dynamics of this ballpark play so differently for people that, if you haven't been here and you got guys that have, that's why Braswell at third makes so much sense because...
Ooh, question.
Light
bulb. Curiel and right or left?
No,
Remember
don't
the
move.
sun? The sun
I know,
discussion.
I get it.
Do you put Pearson for the sake of he's done it?
It's nighttime.
I guess it is a night game.
Night game.
No, it's 6 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, the sun will be out at the start.
The first 5 innings, I think, are first 3 innings. First 3 innings.
Yeah, I'm not making that much of adjustment off of 3 innings to put somebody where you're comfortable. Pearson, I get it. I understand the question.
I was just saying to the question.
Yeah,
Curiel's been there all year.
Sake of the argument.
He's played a phenomenal left field.
You've
seen him especially in a ballpark like this where he can pick them up, put them down, and you've seen him slide to cut off balls and make sure that you don't get an extra bag. And that's where the defense is going to play a phenomenal.
Yes.
This is a big league ballpark. You're gonna everything feels a little bit bigger, and that's where you'll see Milam and Dickinson cover ground, and those tweeners that you see between center and right or shortstop and left. Communication is key. So keep people where they are so they know who they're listening to.
Yeah.
And that's why you keep Stanfield obviously in center. You put Pearson in right. They've done it all year, and then Curiel and Milam have the same thing, and Braswell, you keep everybody kind of simpatico whenever, just because it's foreign territory, you don't want to change that type of thing to make it less foreign than it already is.
Yeah.
You want some sense of normalcy to where you know how to communicate, you know what the voice sounds like, you know what you're hearing, because it's going to be loud, and it feels a little differently whenever, if you've ever been in the spot, it's I don't know how he calls for it, or if I trust that voice.
Right.
It's a totally different dynamic if it's somebody else. But if it's something you've heard before, I know he's got it.
Yep.
I get the vibes, though, too, because Curiel and left, he can make the same catch Josh Pearson made.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So he's fully capable.
Yeah, and that was so funny to see that, walk around with Dickinson, who's going to be, if we want to do a pick-to-click, Dickinson might go.
Really?
I think so. This is what he's lived for.
Just
it's what he's lived for. You can see
you've
it when
heard
he was...
talk about it the whole time.
He already called it.
He called it too.
He visited here as a high school senior, and when he was there, he's like, "I'm gonna play."
I remember watching them go back to back to back.
Yes, Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Then he said, he comes to LSU. He's been very vocal about
why
I'm here to win a
one
national
year.
championship. Go to the MLB.
Yeah.
He wants to play in the show. Welcome to it, my friend.
And then I can't reference this enough either. Whenever he came on for the first time, introduced kind of LSU culture, and he came in early. We were talking shop, talking about LSU and how much like Mikey was like, you're a fucking baseball player.
Yeah.
Like I get it. Like you're in.
.com.
Like yeah, you're LSU.
Yeah.
Like you should have been here this whole time. And now that he's here, and then when we had him on in the Jordan Thompson double against Tennessee, and I was like, dude, you have to watch this to show what Alec Bach can be like.
Chills.
And he was like, I'm gonna go home and watch this whole game. And it's like, so now he's in Omaha. You don't think he would? I bet his iPad history is LSU baseball 2023.
Yeah, I mean, it's
go
Florida
watch
game
it. That's what
one.
we did on the way here.
It's Wake Forest. It's
All of them.
run them up.
And that's what I'm saying. When he gets to he's gonna take a second, as you should, look around, soak it in, and be like, I play better when people are watching.
Yeah.
Buddy, 50,000 will be in that thing.
25.
It is going to be packed
I
to
thought it was
the
50.
gills.
25.
50.
25.
Standing room. Don't call the fire marshal.
25,000 standing room?
Yeah. Bring 'em.
Maybe 30.
Let's see.
Chuck Schwab capacity. 24,000.
24,000.
All right, let's get to 30.
But yeah, it's going to be packed to the gills. I mean, LSU versus Arkansas, this is debatably the biggest game of the weekend. I think it's pretty simply said. This is the biggest game of the weekend
Right
until,
now. Until the next
what
one.
happens. Right now, when you just look at the slate
I
of the
could do
first
this
4
all
games,
day.
what?
This.
Yeah, I mean, just steal it. That's easy.
Just so excited.
I mean, LSU, Arkansas, it's going
Shake
to
my
be
hand.
absolutely packed in there. We've got Arkansas. I'm looking at a Razorback flag right now. There's an inflatable Razorback right over there. Amen. It's going to be packed. There's a large contingency of Arkansas fans,
All about inflatables.
and double that up with the contingency of LSU fans. There's a whole lot of purple walking through here.
Buddy.
Tyson, hey boys, everyday watcher, love the content, keep it up. Go Tigers. Go Tigers to you,
Hey,
my friend.
Tyson, thank you for the chicken, brother.
Yes,
we're in your neck of the woods.
Come on now.
Give me them chicken fingers.
But yeah, it's rocking out here in Omaha. We are pumped up, excited, confident.
Paul,
going in tonight.
Paul's the ring. That's a crazy lineup.
What'd he say?
Pierce to the left, Curiel in center, Sandy in right. But no, sir. Paul, I love you. But you're nervous. He's got the bubble guts.
Paul.
We
Legend.
dumped the old party box earlier today.
Wait till that
Let
first
all
pitch
the
is
guts
thrown.
out.
Might need a puke. First
Yeah.
inning. Rally.
Press box
LSU
might have some
visitor?
bomb. I would assume they're the 6 seed, Arkansas the 3 seed, so I'd assume LSU visitor.
Not a coin flip?
I don't know how it works.
We'll
I would
see.
assume it's seeds.
So LSU unis? Do we know?
I mean, Cade's usually purple.
Oh, he's got so many skeins,
I know.
little ticks,
Yeah.
like the hat,
Purple jersey.
the purple jersey.
This is
That's as good
that's
as it gets.
man.
I mean, this is your guy,
And he
right?
does-
This
yeah.
is your high school pal.
This is-
Which is
graduated
unfortunate.
with
Yeah, the funniest thing he said whenever he great interview. Also, he loves the microphone because they always have him in the dugout, and Jake
Yes.
Brown's like, "Why y'all always pick him?"
Jake Brown.
Jake Brown, they're nervous.
He's hilarious.
You're not.
Yeah, no.
But shout out Jake Brown for the.
I know, Carl. I'm not going to cheer, I promise.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm not going in there.
I'm going to keep it calm.
I'm gonna be meandering. If you have an extra ticket or what a Venmo, Elcourt 357.
Sitting up there watching the game.
Oh, I can't believe you don't do this often.
No. I do it to save money. I did it for football when I first started working in the industry. And I was like, it was
Absolutely
LSU
not.
Auburn 2021, the Bo Nix game.
Oh my God, I bet you had an aneurysm.
Well, think about LSU's first
DJ
drive in that
Ojulari
game.
almost 8 sacks.
Think about the first drive LSU had in that game. The Kayshawn breakaway, sack, the best throw Max Johnson's thrown his whole entire life.
The behind the back in UCLA.
No. The one they dropped in the bucket to Kayshawn, I was like, and then I was mad the rest of the game.
Because you couldn't do anything.
And I was like, I'm never going back in the front.
If
No, I can't
LSU
do
walks it off tonight, do you think you could keep
Whoa.
it down?
I think you'll get. I mean, who gives a shit, right? At that point, like
Okay,
kick me
that's what I'm
out.
saying.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, kick me out.
dude, run over to Chris Blair and Dougie T if they're here.
Oh my gosh,
Because
I
you
would love
like
to
I'll
find
watch the Wake Forest call. Whenever you get the Tommy White walk off,
Yes.
and Doug just fucking exits stage.
He did. He walked out.
Stage 6 o'clock. I'm
Dude,
out of here.
Later,
Never seen a man run with an erection like that. Out, gone.
we saw
City.
Christian wake up this morning.
Ooh.
C-Dub, how we doing? But yeah, it's been great so far here in the party box.
Shout out
2
to the
nights
party
in.
box.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to our
Robbie
guys.
Bontook, Rob Karam. Wish y'all were here. But we got
Hold it
Chris,
down.
Jordan, GD holding it down, and it's been an unbelievable trip. We haven't had to do much except for fix Jack's up.
Yep,
Jack's up.
made it happen. Shout out
Nobody
to Tom
will
Graney.
nobody will believe me, but I fixed the party box. I did. We
He
were
did.
a ship without a paddle until. Shout out Joe Rod. I learned this from him.
God, Joe.
Have you ever instead of asking me, have you thought about Googling it? And that's what I did.
Shout out to my dad.
And so shout out Don.
Shout out to my shout out to Don.
Shout
Shout out
out
to my
Don.
dad. That's my dad's phrase he lives by.
Google it.
Hey, Dad, what does this mean? Google it.
Have you thought about
Look it up.
Because I'm just going to Google it for you.
Yeah, like
It's right there. The internet is a
You
great
need to
place
work
if you
on
know
your
how to
own.
use it.
Yep.
And so I found
Don,
Swamp
our guy
City
Don.
forums and dash Don.
Our guy
He
Don.
goes, try holding down all 4 buttons and let me know what that does. Dash Don. I
Don.
was like, I believe you with every, like, it's like the first time hearing Jesus do a sermon. You're like, he knows something I don't. Like, yeah, I'm in.
You've heard Jesus do a sermon?
No, I heard Don type out a RV sermon. Here we go. Do this.
Shout out to Don. So shout out to the party box.
Held him
taking care
down.
of us,
Lights went away. Jacks were up.
giving us a bed to lay on, a pillow, and a blanket.
All we need.
Shout out to Tommy G, Tom
Oh,
Granning.
can't say enough about
Go
Tom.
Mark. Can't say
Shout
enough
out
about Tom.
Right Granning. Shout out Go Mart. Shout out Wardos.
Wardos. I mean, they made this trip a home run on day one.
Yeah, walk off.
Like 1.5 hours down.
Lead off bomb.
On the way here.
That's what made day 2 so hard.
Yes.
Day 1 could not have gone smoother.
It was like day one was like, this is as good as it gets.
And shout out YouTube.
Yeah, I was about to say. Guys,
Guys,
when I tell you guys,
get real close.
it has been a roller coaster. First of all, the first 2 weeks of Tingle & Co. roller coaster.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Thank you for sticking with us. The past 48 hours have been the most stressful 48 hours of my life.
I've only tried to help, but I think I made it worse.
We have an excellent Wednesday show. Right, we're going to get back to baseball in a second. We have an excellent Wednesday
story
show.
time with Tingle & Co.
Kind of went haywire. We were just having fun. Jonathan absolutely crumbles the JD interview.
I thought it went great.
It gets wiped off of YouTube because Jonathan had his little Nerf gun with him.
Right.
Wiped off of YouTube. I try to appeal. They don't want to hear it. Well, we get there Thursday morning.
Well, this is why we didn't have a Wednesday show. We framed it as getting ready for Omaha. We're getting ready to.
No, this was Thursday.
Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, Thursday.
Thursday morning.
After the Wednesday fever dream.
Yes.
And so we get there Thursday, and
we're getting set up.
We're in the studio,
Ready to go.
And then I click go live, and like cannot go live at the moment. I was like, ooh, never seen this, and I like
live streaming not
I
allowed.
tried probably about 10 times before I looked at no, and I was like, I'm gonna have to break the news that I don't know what's happening.
And so we were punished. We were in the doghouse for what we thought
It was a fun bit.
was going to be 7 days.
Or 90 days.
Or 90 days. At
Or
first it was
100
90, then we looked it up, it said 7. We're like, okay, I guess we can do 7.
We turned the air down to about 65 because there was sweat in the building.
I was fuming.
And we were just all
But-
staring at the internet.
So our plan was for this, we were just going to do a lot of recorded content. We were going to put it out, upload it, let y'all watch it. That's kind of what we did. That's why the video yesterday, that's what it was. And if y'all like that, let us know. We might keep doing stuff like that. I thought
We're going
that
to
was
keep
pretty
vlogging.
good. Yeah, we'll keep doing those things.
But we will go live after the game.
Yes, we will be live. Now we can go live. We're obviously live right now. We got the news yesterday. I was putting that video out yesterday, the walk and talk preview, and I was like, you know what? Let me just try. I was like, we should just try every day to see.
Yeah, of
maybe.
course.
I try and it allowed. I was like,
It was
like
the-
when I
it
tell
was-
you
it was
the
the-
weight that was on my shoulders.
He was postcoital.
I was like,
He goes, boys, we're back live.
boys, we can go
I was
live.
like, we should do it now.
Like, we
Oh,
should
shout
live
out
right
also
now.
Starlink.
Yes.
Tommy
And
Granning, but he's like, y'all boys see the Starlink? We're like,
Yeah.
Shout out Mic'd Up. We had one for the road too, so we've been able to be able to keep up with content. But Tom gives me this travel bag of the biggest Starlink I've ever seen. He's like, this one probably does more.
Yeah. No, I mean, it definitely does.
So it's set up out, no obstruction in the sky, and that's why we're able to go live because of Tom again.
Yep.
And the just litany of I wish I could turn around and show y'all, but it's working.
Yeah, it's quite the setup. But we're rocking and rolling here.
I posted it on Twitter.
Yep, he did. Christian got a good flick of it.
What
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster, man.
48 hours.
And guess what? It's only going to get crazier as we are, 4 hours and
24 minutes from first pitch. Kate
Root
Anderson fastball.
Anderson.
High.
Oh, come on.
Above the swinging zone.
You know it.
0-1.
0-1 count. That's it?
That's
your
it.
guess?
And then we're rolling from there.
Let's do it. I'm excited. We're
LSU.
we're fired up. LSU versus Arkansas.
Plus
6
1.5,
p.m. tonight.
minus 190, minus 105 money line.
Minus 105 money line?
Arkansas is the favorite. Minus 130 for Arkansas. I think Hunter Hall's hopped all over it. If you know, you know.
Score predictions tonight. We'll go all the way around the room.
Over
We'll
under
do
is
first.
9.
Wow. I'm going under.
Yeah.
Big park.
9.
But you've seen like that. Like
9 was the run count last time. It was 5-4, I believe. Final score.
I was going to say 5-4, 5-3.
Okay, Christian.
4-2 LSU.
Okay.
4-2.
So just brace yourself. Don't get mad at the offense if that's what happens. Cade will keep you in the ball game.
8-5. I'm scratching the under. 8-5 LSU.
I would love to see LSU put up like 12.
Score runs.
12-2.
Make it happen.
Hit some home runs.
That's
We're fired up.
Go.
We're about to make the trek over to the Chuck. Get this all broken down. We will be back live tonight, post-game.
Post-coital, hopefully.
Hopefully, to discuss it all. Appreciate you guys. We'll have much more content coming out. LSU, Arkansas, 6 p.m. tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll talk again soon.
Fire that thing up.
Fire that song up. Let me get that song on.
Because it's Tingle and Co, baby. We're back live. Thank you, YouTube.
Christian's going to get his fake taken tonight.
No, don't
It is
reveal.
virginity.
From 7 to 9.
Jacks up.
It's a
Jacks
new era.
up.
Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9, it's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the jet.
Love you boys. Love you boys.
Monday through Friday from
7
7
to
to
9.
9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come kick with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co.